Every day, people around you are dying. People you might know. Maybe you know them well, maybe you don't. Maybe they're a friend of a friend. Maybe they were a hero or a celebrity or someone you admired. Death is always around the corner. Always. Our next breath is not guaranteed. Literally, the next breath. Just take that in for a moment. Like, take a breath. That's a gift. Because one day, you won't be able to take that breath. Your lungs will give out, or something will happen, and the next breath won't come. And this is not a time to talk about what happens after that moment, but that's a reality that every single human being on this planet shares. We know that. We just don't acknowledge it enough. We either have an avoidance strategy, or it's usually just an avoidance strategy. It's just a defer into the future. The issue with deferring death into the future is that by removing it from the present, you are removing, in essence, one of the most powerful tools that a human being has in order to be happy. You see where I'm going with this? By deferring death and your mortality and the prospect of life ending, which it will, whether we like it or not, we allow ourselves to be unhappy by things that are much, much, much less important than what we just talked about. That your next breath is not guaranteed. If I said to you, did losing your AirPods, like which one? Losing your AirPods and the frustration and the anger you have versus your next breath is not guaranteed? Be present, be grateful. You could get hit by a car, you could get a heart attack. Every day we hear of tragic ways that people go long before their time. That is a reality that in the Western world we don't acknowledge. And we're doing a disservice to ourselves by failing to acknowledge and have a relationship with life. Failing to have a relationship with death is literally like failing at life. You're only looking at 50% of the equation. If this something had to come from nothing, and we don't acknowledge the fact that death is whatever you want it to be, a new beginning, the end, again, that's a different conversation we're not having right now. Maybe we will. But the point is, that's a reality we share. And when we only look at one component of life just because we are afraid, because we find it morbid, because we find it unsettling or negative, that's our choice too. Like, it doesn't have to be this negative, dark thing. It could be celebrated. It could be acknowledged. It could be a healthier relationship.